Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I gave the word a short about emotions, but I really need to iterate on the trueness of these emotions. When I say emotions make you cry sometimes, and I say God is on the move, the reason that we get into these emotions that we don't have an understanding is because we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's getting ready to happen. We don't know why or the situation or circumstances, and the fear comes into our heart of not knowing. And when we fear that we don't know, and we feel that we need to know what's going on, but what we need to do is at that time is to pray, because we need to ask God, God, show me what it is at this time that I need to do so that I will be in the right mindset and the right position for whatever it may be, so that it will not just slip up on me and catch me unaware. Because one of the things is that with our emotions is where the enemy attacks the most, is our emotions. Because what he does is, because the emotions does not belong to the Lord. See, when happiness, joy, and gladness, and all of the things that makes us vibrant, they are God's things. But when we get sad and miserable and uncomfortable and dismayed and feel like we can't make it or go on, those emotions are not from God. They're the enemy's emotions. And what he does is he taps in on our emotions, and he starts to cause us to think about things that has never happened or are not happening, things that will never be or will be. When we start to allow ourselves to frustrate ourselves about things that we have no control over. See, God is the only one that controls every moment of your day. So when these emotions comes up and stirs up in your life, what you need to do is start to talk to God. Lord, what is it that you're trying to get into me to get through for me? See, you can't run from God. No matter how far you go, you're still going to come back, and God is going to get out of you what he desires from you. God allows you to go and do whatever you want to do. He allows you to live your life the way you think it should. But at the end of the day, whatever God has for your life, he's going to get out of your life. But what you got to realize is this: how far do you want to go down? How bad do you want things to get? How distant do you want to get from God to have to come back to him? Because all of that is your choice. Because see, and you dealing with your own emotions and doing things on your own behalf and living life as though it is yours and that you have all the power to do all of the things. And yeah, you do. He give you free will to do them. But the one thing that you got to realize, God will never let Satan get the better of your life. No matter how much or how many times that God got to turn you around. God would, if he called you, you will come. If he chose you, you will serve. So make yourself a better choice. Serve God now. If you know that he's called your life and he's told you to turn it around now before you go down too far. And you have to crawl your way back up, because it's a hard road to crawl up. See, if you halfway up and halfway down, you don't have too far to get to where he needs you to be. And then when you get to where God needs you to be, then you'll start to receive and see some of the blessings that God has for you. God is never going to allow you to see his great when you're in your worst. Emotions will make you cry sometimes, but you don't have to stay in your tears or your fears. Allow God to do what he want to do for you. Be blessed.